people have asked me to please explain to them the different areas of Beit Shemesh, Ramat Beit Shemesh, Mishkafayim. So I thought this video would possibly be helpful just to outline the different areas. So Beit Shemesh itself has been around since the establishment of the State of Israel. In around 1991, it officially became a city. And the first influx of Olim were American families who moved to the Scheinfeld area. After that, in about 1997, Ramat Beit Shemesh Aleph and Bet were established. We're really just going to focus on Ramat Beit Shemesh Aleph because that is really the home to many Olim and many families that are interested in moving here. So within Ramat Beit Shemesh Aleph, there is an area called Nachal Dolev. It's a circular road that goes in the internal part of Ramat Beit Shemesh. And off Dolev, there are roads such as Katlav, Little Dolev, Shimshon, Mata, Timna, and various. Those are basically the other roads that filter off Dolev. Dolev is a central area. There are many buses that can take you to Yerushalayim, to Tel Aviv, and within the city, internal buses. And also on Dolev, you'll find a pharmacy, you'll find a small makolet, you'll find a little shopping center that has a supermarket, a post office, a bagel store, a stationery store. So there's a lot within Dolev. Now, if you also move out to different areas such as Nachal Luz, Rafaim, Nachal Ma'or, these are all other roads that are part of Ramat Beit Shemesh Aleph as well. And there are many schools in Ramat Beit Shemesh Aleph. There's many, many, many different types of shuls. I can't even begin to start to describe them because there are just so many. So really and truly, and there's a shopping center that has 2 supermarkets. There's the healthcare facilities. There's some banks down in the shopping center. So really and truly, it's quite self-contained. Once we start moving out of Ramat Beit Shemesh Aleph, the next area that was built after that is an area called Ramat Shiloh. And that is really next to the Merkaz Meskhari, the main shopping center of Ramat Beit Shemesh Aleph. And the whole idea began around a yeshiva. And it was really aimed at Dati Lomi families. And the yeshiva has now become a Hesder yeshiva. And they are just started a kollel. And there are many Anglo-Saxon and Israeli families that live there. The flavor is more Dati Lomi, but there are also many Haredi families that live within Ramat Shiloh as well. It's a very friendly, warm neighborhood. There's quite a few shuls there, and people really have a sense of community down there. After Ramat Shiloh, the next building on the next hill over was Ramat Beit Shemesh Gimel 1. And that was really aimed much more at Haredi families. There are a lot more buildings, but there are also houses in that area. There are a lot of parks, also has shops. I don't think there's a big supermarket there, but there's a lot of different infrastructure. Also, there are buses that run through there. And then Ramat Beit Shemesh Gimel was also under planning, and Gimel 2. So the next area we're going to concentrate on is called Mem Shalosh. And that basically consists mainly of houses, what we call quads, 2 at the bottom, 2 at the top. There's not really very many. There was one building, the one project called the Donna Project that has apartments, but other than that, it really is by far majority houses. And once again, it was very much an overflow of people that had already lived in Aleph or had lived in Ramat Shiloh that wanted to stay within the area, keep the same schools for their children, and just move into something a little bit larger. It's once again Israeli, Anglo-Saxon, a real mix of a melting pot of people. You walk down the street and you'll see all different types of Jews. The next area I'm going to talk about is Mishkafayim. So Mishkafayim also consists of quite a few different types of projects. There are 2 Mishkafayim comes from the word mishkaf, which is like lenses. So there are two different lenses. The one lens is has quite a few buildings, and the other lens also has buildings, and then there are cottages all over the different, like on Harav Cook, that's the main road. And you'll see really typically, once again, really honestly, overflow of people that lived in Ramat Beit Shemesh Aleph, Anglo-Saxons, Israelis, a very community-orientated place, especially now because it's new. People have moved in there since like about 3 years ago, and it's still under construction. There's still 1 or 2 new projects being built there, and there are many people are very, very happy there, and there's a real sense of community. The next area I want to discuss is Ramat Beit Shemesh Hey. This is the area that is now really the happening place. There's so much construction going on there. There's just bulldozers, diggers, cranes, workers. You drive up there, it's like a full-on building site. And this is really aimed at, there are only going to be apartment buildings built there. There are no houses, no cottages. The area, I really wanted it to be more secular, but at the end of the day, I think what we're seeing so far is that it's really just an overflow of people living in Aleph, or people who want to make Aliyah and want to come and live in these areas. So just in general, if you're looking, in Ramat Beit Shemesh Aleph, there's more chance, because there is no new construction really happening, maybe 1 or 2 new projects in the distant future, because there's no more land available. You're really looking at second-hand projects, second-hand properties that are around 20 years old. Some are a little bit older and some are a little bit newer. If you are looking in Ramat Shiloh, once again, it's also very much an established area, but there is 1 new project that is coming up, apartments, and that's really the only thing that's going to be new in Ramat Shiloh, but once again, also then looking at second-hand properties. In Mishkafayim, there is still a little bit of new construction. In Mem Shalosh, there's still a little bit of construction happening, but most of those projects have been sold. So if you're going to buy something, it could possibly be that no one's ever lived in it, but you're actually not buying from the builder, you're buying from somebody who bought it and wants to sell. And in Ramat Beit Shemesh Hey, you really are buying on, really on paper. There's some buildings that have been built, but no one, it's very far away from being lived in. And it really is just a construction zone right now. And the projects are going to take at least 2 years, and some of them even 3 years to be completed. So I just want to clarify that the marketing name for Ramat Beit Shemesh Hey is actually called Neve Shamir. So I hope this video gives a little bit of clarity. It is a bit difficult being far away and trying to understand the different areas. And if you have any further questions, feel free to be in touch with me via my Facebook page or go to my site, alizarealty.com. And we're always here to help you. B'hatzlacha rabah.